10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the podcast from Doug Ground Up Productions with hosts Lady Miz and Ray. This is a universal platform, and there is nothing off limits. We talk about it all, and we keep it real. This is a no judgment zone, so come as you are. If you are a professional, entertainer, author, comedian, entrepreneur, or just someone who wants to get something off their chest, well, let your voice be heard here on From the Ground Up Productions. Sponsorship and other opportunities are available from the Ground Up Productions. Turning nothing into something. There's only one way to go from here. And now, here are your hosts, Lady Miz and Ray.
Hey. What's up, people? Y'all already know what this is. This is From the Ground Up Productions. I'm your host, Lady Miz, and this is my co-host,
Ray, the silent assassin.
And there's only one way to go from here. Like I said, this is a place where creators meet, all right? Our platform, it represents people grinding from the bottom. That's what From the Ground Up is about. We like to bring on different creators to discuss different things. We want to discuss the grind, and we want to discuss the success. We also have various topics that we love to talk about. And when we're doing that, we want to make sure that we educate our viewers as well. On top of that, what we like to do is we like to come in here and we like to report the news. This is a platform where our viewers' opinions matter, okay? We say that all the time. We haven't been doing this lately, but we getting back at it today, where we are opening up the phone lines. So the phone lines will be open today. If anyone wants to call in and shed their light or speak their piece, they are welcome to do that. We will put that number up on the screen shortly. We want to let people know out there, if you want to be a guest on our show, if you want to sponsor our show, or if you want to advertise what you have going on or your business, your products or services, you can contact us by email, and that is from the groundupproductions@gmail.com, or you could simply just send us a message through social media, and we will also respond that way as well. If you have a birthday coming up and you want us to shout you out for your birthday, hit us up and we will do that too. Today's topic is about, does middle class still exist? Okay. Deep topic. What we're going to do is we're going to talk about some of the issues that we face, and then we're going to get into some of the solutions that we can do to make sure that they don't make us drown. Okay. We got to keep our head above water. All right. So before we get into today's topic, I want to remind you guys that y'all know I got my chips. Boss Move chips. If you haven't already, you can pre-order your cases directly through me. And that's www.bossmovechips.com, or you could contact me for that. Also, I want to remind y'all that I am editing and what's the word I'm looking for? Putting it out. Re-release. Yeah, I don't know why I lost it. Re-releasing my book called Broken, Then Healed. And then the subtitle is Unhealed Scars. So that will be coming out as well. There it is right there, Broken Then Healed. So look out for that. Once I'm done editing that and re-releasing that, I will be working on a short film for that book. Now, listen, y'all know I love to keep busy, and this is just what I love doing. And I always drag Ray in on with me, but eventually he loves it, right? Yeah. But we do have a new podcast that is coming out, and this podcast is called The I'm Perfect, which really stands for Imperfect Marriage. And that's me and Lady Miz and Ray, myself and Ray the Silent Assassin over here. We're going to be discussing all things relationships, all things marriage. We're going to talk about our experiences and give things from our point of view. Listen, we are not experts at this. That's why it's called the Imperfect marriage, the perfect marriage. Big shout out to Ian95 for helping us with that that title. We were really like we've been wanting to do this for a while and couldn't really think of the right thing. And we always run to our kids, right? Because your kids' minds are sharp, baby. So we went to our kids. We was like, yo, what could we name this? We were coming up with different stuff. Everybody had great stuff, but that one stuck out, and Ian95 gave us that one. So look out for that. The I'm Perfect Marriage coming soon. Anybody out there that want to be a part of our show, if you're in a marriage, a relationship, or something like that, you can hit us up. We actually want to do this in person. We prefer it in person. So let us know, and we might even want to do some panels and have different people's opinions with relationships. We want to talk about it.
No, I was gonna say, because the kids know us so well, they know we're not perfect. So that was the.
Oh, okay, yes.
Like, look at them.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, they came up with that real quick. They looked at us and was like, the imperfect, the I'm perfect, because they both think they right all the time marriage.
Yeah. No, I mean, if you listen to understand, like she said, we ain't experts, so don't blame us if your relationship don't work.
That's a whole fact, baby. A whole fact. Nah, but we're gonna give our opinions. Kevin Samuels ain't here no more, right? So we need somebody to take over this internet. Stop playing with us, okay? Stop playing. Stop. Listen, guys, do me a favor right now. If you're tuned in right now, I need you to do me a couple of things before we get started. I need you right now to hit that like button, okay? Please hit the like button right now and hit that share button right now, y'all. This is what we need from y'all. Play that background music, please. This is what we need from y'all. We're about to get this show started, and today's topic is about, do the middle class still exist, y'all? Do the middle class still exist? So we're about to get that started in a second. Get ready, y'all. Get your popcorn, get your wine, or whatever it is y'all sipping on tonight. And we're about to get that show on the roll. Turn it up a tiny little bit. I just want to shout out the ones who are tuned in right now, and I appreciate y'all so much. And big shout out to Town Mama for the check-in. Big shout out to Mom Gloria on the check-in. Big shout out to Shaki on the check-in. Shout out to Soraya Alexis on the check-in. Big shout out to Tanya Johnson on the check-in. And big shout out to Lady Z, the Mistress Pimp, baby. I see you. Big shout out to my homie, my ace, Lot Picasso. Let's go. Y'all already know what it is. We about to get this show started, so get ready. Oh, snap. We got Variety Vibes Radio. Didn't want to miss you. I see you in the appreciate you playing my music over there on your radio station. Appreciate y'all so much. Do me a favor, y'all. Do me a quick favor. I hope you already did the two I asked for, that you hit that like button and you also hit that share button. But I need y'all to post your cities in the comment section so I could shout your cities out. I always like to really let people know where everybody is tuned in from, okay? So put your city that you are in right now in that comment section. Let's go. All right. I think we did everything we needed to do. It's time to get into that topic. All right. Let's do it. Okay. Hey, we got Las Vegas, baby. Hey, do you hear
some of them? We got Wisconsin in the building.
Yes, but I wanted to put that in there. We got
Milwaukee,
Milwaukee, yes, the Milwaukee area. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. All right. We already know Middletown's in the building. 845, stand up. I see y'all.
718.
Hey. That's right.
It's a 305 too.
Okay. I see you. I see y'all. We know what time it is. We already know. All right. He said already shared. Okay. I know what you're talking about. Yes. New Jersey in the building. Okay. Oh, snap. We got Portland, Oregon in the building.
Oregon.
Oregon. Sorry. And we got the South Side of Queens. You already know what it is. Queens get the money all day, every day. Clinton, Mississippi, baby. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. We got Fort Lauderdale. Listen, that's what, when y'all say global, that's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about. That's the cities all over South Side. We see y'all and appreciate y'all so much. We're about to get into this very important topic. Does the middle class still exist. Okay.
Danville, VA.
Oh shoot, Danville, VA. We got Jersey and things in the building. Listen, appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all so much. Again, don't forget, share this live right now. It's crazy because there's none over there. Something ain't picking up there. Yeah. Share this live right now. Share this live right now. If you on Facebook, if you on YouTube, if you on Twitch, make sure y'all hit that like button and make sure you share right now. Oh, 2 more things before we get started. Talk therapy is coming back, okay? Talk therapy is going back to its original state where it will be me, Dolo, and I will be more like repping for the ladies, but it doesn't mean that guys can't tune in and talk. It just means that this is, y'all know how we are. We want to talk about our issues. We want to talk about the things that can... You saved that for the imperfect marriage. We want to talk about, he's starting off, I'm trying to have a good show. You know what I'm saying? We want to talk about things and we want to heal, right? So healing is not just a female thing. You know what I mean? It's a human thing. But again, I'm bringing it back to just me by myself on that show, Talk Therapy. That will be coming soon. But I'm going to be honest, that show might most likely be pre-recorded and released, but I will be in the comment section when we air it. So I still will be, communicating and interacting with people. So let's get into it, y'all. Let's get into it. Today's topic.
Does the middle class still exist?
All right. Oh, wait. I am so sorry. Before we get into today's topic, I done slipped up, y'all. We got to do our tea of the week.
You want to do that first?
Yeah, let's do our tea of the week. Y'all know, let's get that. We breezing through this because we know this, and this is just us being honest. We said, we spend a lot of time on tea of the week. We got to report it. Yeah, we got to report it and keep it moving. So let's do that.
All right.
What's going on? What's going on? This is Tea of the Week with Lady Miz and Ray. All right, y'all. We are back. Yes, tea. We ain't never went nowhere. But anyway, tea of the week, y'all know what it is. This is the part where we come and we report some of the things that is going on out here, the news. And the first thing that we want to discuss is we're going to talk about the rapper.
Rapper? Oh, well, no, I don't have the rapper, but I got the entrepreneur who made history, the black man.
Okay. Well, why don't you go ahead and you put what we're talking about, and then I'll take it from there.
Oh, okay. We're talking about entrepreneur that makes history. Troy Smith is the first black man to open up a mortgage-based firm worth billions of dollars. Let me put it like that. It's small.
All right, so that's the first black private lender.
Private lender, that's the word. I couldn't even think of it. Thank you.
No problem. Yep. So big up to him. He's doing his thing, y'all, and y'all know how important that is in today's time. So the fact that he's able to come through and do that, we appreciate that so very much, and we need to look out for him. Mm-hmm. And what's his name again?
Troy Smith.
Troy Smith, first black private mortgage lender. All right, next, what we got?
The president. Let me share this picture real quick.
Okay. What
the hell? I'm sorry, it's not allowing me to share it. Well, let's talk about this. The president decided to, they presented a trans woman with the Woman of the Woman of Courage Award.
Right. So Joe Biden gave the International Woman of Courage Award to a transsexual woman and a transgender woman.
Yeah.
We moving on. We ain't even gonna say what we want to say because we know how y'all do with the cancel culture. Mm-hmm. Moving on. What we got next?
Let's talk about want to do the Lizzo. Let me share this video for y'all real quick. Okay, hold on 1 second. I'm about to put this up. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. Oh man, this is there we go. It's a quick video. And it's muted.
Okay, guys, I'm not going to stay too long on this, but I just need to know, what was the purpose of that?
Yeah.
What was the purpose of pulling down her pants and shaking her fat ass on the screen? I don't know.
You don't want to say that. That's another cancel culture.
Okay, I'm fat too, so I can say what I want to say. I consider myself, I consider myself a little chunky over here. I've been eating over here, all right? So I don't get it. Okay, but we're gonna move on. But this is what she did. I need to know, is it that important? You already at a certain status of your life. Why do you feel you need to go to that extreme? I don't know. To me, it don't make no damn sense. But Lizzo, pull your pants up. You can play the flute without showing your ass crack. Next topic.
Okay, we're gonna talk about these. We all heard about last week the 4 people who went to Mexico and 2 of them got killed. Supposedly, the cartel decided to turn over 5 of the guys who did it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So hopefully the family gets justice, and rest in peace to the people who lost their lives there. That sounded a little crazy. I don't know about y'all, but I'm not even trying to go over to Mexico. Okay. Right, I'm really pumping the brakes on that. I don't care how many people on social media want to post their trips like they having a good old time because they went for $5.99. It's so cheap. I'm good right here. Exactly. Okay. And I still got to worry about being right here. So anyway, next,
we're going to talk about Floyd Mayweather supposedly chasing down Jake Paul. Let me put that video for y'all to see. Oh man, that's the wrong video. I'm sorry.
What's going on?
What's up, Floyd?
I can have what I want.
What's your name with the camera? Oh, you got camera too. So who you supposed to be? I'm just working, man.
What happened? You're not tough anymore since your loss? What happened since your loss? Yo, we gonna bust him up, guys?
I told you to put that.
Yo, let's bust him up. Where you running, Jake? Where you going since your fight? Since you lost? What's up, Jake? Where you going, Jake? Oh, he's running! He's running! Look at him!
That's
I ain't mad at him. I ain't mad at him. I don't
even really give a damn about that.
Yeah. He's supposed to. You got 50 people coming at you. What idiot is going to stand there and play like they tough?
All right, but that was the kind of whack to me anyway. I wasn't even really feeling that. So that's whatever. That was unnecessary for me to even look at, to be honest with you, just to see what were they doing.
Yeah,
standing there talking.
Him and his homies was chasing him. You know how that goes.
Yeah, we don't know. Maybe she has. I'm laughing at Taya. She said maybe she had gas. She talking about Lizzo pulling down her pants with the flu. Yo, Taya, that is freaking hilarious. I gotta laugh. She said, I gotta air this out. I don't know, Drug deal going bad. That's probably what it was. Okay. So you said you don't have the rapper. So I'm just gonna quickly tell y'all about this real quick. I don't know if y'all really know who he is. His name is rapper Nas EBK. He was arrested for 2nd-degree murder in connection with a fatal shooting in Times Square. And allegedly he was accused of shooting a 22-year-old named Aresis. I'm probably pronouncing that name all wrong, so forget it. Please excuse me. This was on February 9th, and it followed an argument that happened on 44th Street and 8th Ave. Okay, this happened down in Times Square. The argument allegedly escalated, and Nas EBK, and I don't even know why he used the Nas name. That name is already taken, but to each his own.
Everybody want to use his name now.
Everybody's stealing everybody's name. It is, but he allegedly shot that person in the right shoulder, and that person died. So I don't know if y'all heard about that or if y'all even know who this rapper is. But yeah, his name is Nas EBK.
And that's the most we're gonna know about him from now on.
Yep. Next.
And Angela, you put in Angela Bassett. So
oh yes.
Let me put that up on the screen.
So, and a big shout out to Angela Bassett. We just absolutely love our beautiful sister. She is an amazing actress. She does so many things. And, she went to that show. What's that thing that them people be watching? Because I don't watch that
award show yesterday.
No, it wasn't an award. It was an Oscar. Yeah. So that one. And listen, and I'm gonna say this real quick, real fast. In my opinion, guys, I don't see what the big deal is.
I don't see it either.
What's going on over there? In my opinion, and when I say big deal, meaning why do we keep going and begging for acceptance, begging for acknowledgement, and all of that stuff? It's the same thing over and over. I don't know about y'all, but I am totally tired of hearing the same stuff over and over and over again. It's just getting kind of redundant at this point. And for me, it's like y'all already know what it is. So why keep doing that? I get it. I don't know if it's for the money, for whatever it is, but you have to understand and know how to make sure that you know and value yourself and start valuing the ones who value you. The reason why certain things, I'm not going to get into that. Let's go. I said we're going to do tea of the week. We're going to bypass it. I'm getting too deep with that. Yeah, let's move on.
She got jerked and it's over.
Yes.
All right. We going right to our subject now.
Well, we're going to talk about the Silicon Valley Bank.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shoot. Yeah, well, now we moving on.
All right, listen, guys, before we get into this, our topic of today is called, Does the Middle Class Still Exist? So before we get into this topic, I just want to point something out. I'm sure you guys heard of the Silicon Valley Bank shutdown. This is one of the largest financial institutes to close down since the Great Recession, they said, of 2008, which closed down, I think, Washington Mutual. Sorry for my tongue tie over here. Silicon Valley Bank is like the second biggest shutdown in the U.S. history. The shutdown placed nearly $175 billion of customers' deposit under the control of the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, according to the New York Times. The bank lent money to some of the biggest names in technology industry, and that's according to the newspaper. So this bank shutdown is very, very, very big. They're not the only bank that shut down. There was several other, there's other banks that are shutting down.
One in New York today could shut down.
Yes, absolutely. So this is definitely, when you look at it, this is definitely a serious thing. So we got to talk about where you putting your money. What are you doing with your money? We got to be more, what's the word I'm using? It starts with an F.
Fiscally responsible?
Yes, that's what it is. we got to do that.
But what I did hear about that bank is, not only a lot of that money was small business losing their money.
Yeah, well, that's who runs the, but small businesses is what keep the communities going in the economy, right? So, so let's get into this, man. Does the middle class still exist? Let's put that number on the screen, guys. So let's talk about some of the issues. Like I said, we're going to talk about the issues first, and then we're going to talk about some solutions to these issues. So the first issue that we have, how do you wipe out the middle class, right? The middle class, in my opinion, I'm going to tell you, we suffer more because middle class people don't qualify for certain type of, let's say, like food stamps or stuff like that people
Section
get.
8.
No, actually, well, yeah, I guess you can say that to a certain, but you could be a homeowner and be a middle class and have Section 8.
Out first, lower than middle class. Right?
To a certain extent, but you got, it all depends. See, I had Section 8 before, so I know how it is, and we're actually going to be talking about that. And for those, if somebody's out there that has Section 8, I got some things that could be very, very helpful to you that I'm going to be talking about today. So if you know somebody with Section 8, you need to send them this video right now because I got some great information for you. But food stamps, public assistance, Section 8, depending on a person's situation, right? What else? What else you think?
There's other stuff like grants for fixing your home or something like that. You gotta fall in a specific tax bracket to get it.
Right. So, absolutely. So some of the issues that we're talking about when it comes to middle class, and we're talking about the issues. Inflation is one of them, right? Because we were talking about this the other day. Inflation is one of them. So what are some of the things that get inflated? Well, we know gas prices go up. They might drop down a little bit, but they don't ever drop all the way down to what we was used to, right?
$1.
Yeah, yes, absolutely. So we got the inflation, we got gas, we got food. How many of y'all go to the store right now, and when you pulling out everything out your bag, you can't believe that $300 got you like 3 things on the counter. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And the cart look like you full, but it's not really.
It ain't really full.
Your refrigerator's still empty after $300.
Okay, this is ridiculous. So we got rent. Rent is going up like crazy for a lot of people. And listen, don't get me wrong. Listen, I'm a landlord. I raise the rent, but not too much. Actually, for us, we are like really probably $700 to $800 under the rent market where we are. And when I say that's a choice we made because we have a great tenant that we feel is good. And if she doesn't want to leave, we want to keep her and we're all good. You know what I mean?
Tanya said eggs.
Eggs, yes.
Yeah.
Eggs is absolutely.
Yeah, $65. Remember, I went in there, it was $65 for a case of eggs.
We couldn't believe it. And that's, buying by the case. Ridiculous. Mortgage rates went up, right? So anybody out there that's trying to do a mortgage or get a mortgage, you're going to pay more money. Loss of jobs, right? And AI, all of these things is part of the issue that is contributing to wiping out the middle class if this is happening, right? So you tell me, are you a middle class person and do you think that you are being wiped out, right? So we're going to talk about, first of all, we mentioned the gas, the food, the rent, the mortgage rates, the loss of jobs, AI taking over jobs, okay? Understand something here, and this is what a lot of people don't talk about, is AI is great to certain aspects or certain aspects. But what happens when it does replace so many jobs and then people got to figure it out? What do you do then? What do you do when, okay, now they got us doing the work now when we go to the supermarket? We got to bring our own bags, right? And we got self-checkout. We got to do the work. Before they used to pay people to do that. Now we actually got to go in and do that our damn selves. We ain't getting paid for it and we're not getting the discount. So we paying more for food. We doing the work for the food, right? So if you actually are going to the store yourself and checking out, and again, these things that people think that they're not affecting us, it is. People want to get houses. The housing market is crazy right now, and inventory is low depending on where you're going, but it might be high.
The interest rate is up. Wait, I'm gonna answer a question real quick because Town Mama asked, "What is the middle class?" It all depends on how many people live in your home. Because for one person living in a home, about $33,000 is considered middle class a year.
Okay, all right. And you 100% sure?
I'm looking at it right now.
Oh, he looked it up. Okay, he was on deck with it. He's all right.
If you got more than 4 people living, if you got about 4 people living in your home, it's $97,000. That's considered middle class.
$97,000,
almost $98,000
total household income.
Is the median income for middle class.
All right. Okay. What's up? I see UNG Radio in the building. How you doing, my brother? Big homie Madman over there on the West Coast. I see you. Mark said, what did Mark say? Time to put money in cans again like our grandparents used to.
You gotta be careful because they gotta come in your house and take those too. They after the money.
Listen, so y'all, like as we said a little bit earlier, that the bank shut down. A lot of people are getting scared. When these things happen, the economy is low. Your stocks and all these other things that you're invested in, those things drop. The Dow Jones, the S&P, all of these things, and people get nervous. And as in a sense, you should, but you shouldn't act nervously when you're making decisions, right? Because most of the time, and I've said this before, when things are dropping low and everything is it's at a discount. So don't look at it that way. Leave your money there, let it sit. It will come back up. This is not something that happened for the first time. This thing constantly happening and it's going to happen again and again and again. You just got to know how to maneuver through it. But here's what I will tell you. We got to change the mindset of a poor person so that we don't fall into the poor side of it, right? Because middle class people, such as ourselves, sometimes we can have a poor mindset, and having a poor mindset will keep you poor. I don't know any other way to say it. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to Al Mosley. I see you on the check-in. N1DP, we see you. Yes, Knicks all day for life. I see you be posting it. So
Tanya said, what is high class considered? High class or upper middle class is considered anything over $203,000 a year.
So here I was thinking I was high class. I ain't got $200,000. I guess I'm shit. Put me in my place. You know what I'm saying? I guess you could feel like that, but but yeah. So again, we talk about the middle class, is it being wiped out? How do you guys feel, and where do you feel you fall in at? Again, the numbers on the screen if y'all want to call in. We right now are talking about the issues, and then we're going to get into some of these solutions, and I got some great information that could be very helpful to a lot of y'all out there. The phone number to call in is 845-800-9095. If you got something that you want to add to if the topic is the middle class being wiped out, you can call in.
Tanya, that's for a family of 5 in a household. Per household, that the median income is above it for per household for upper middle classes starts at about 100,000.
All right. So listen, y'all, let's talk about this, the mindsets, right? Because these are some of the things that we do have to pay attention to. And the reason why, when we talk about this middle class, let's talk about some of the things that affect us, where when you are middle class, if they're trying to wipe us out, you're going to fall either on the high side or the low side. Which side are you falling in? So to prevent you from falling on the side where you fall into I guess it would be the low class, you want to make sure you change having a poor mindset. And how do you do that? Well, first of all, as we spoke before, you don't want to sit there and discuss or talk about things. Is that a caller?
Yeah, it was, but
okay.
Yeah,
you don't want to sit there and be or get caught up in. First of all, don't get caught up in social media.
Yeah.
You see people out, you see people going on these trips, you see people all at the club, and you think that you're missing out. If you have FOMO, fear of missing out, please eliminate that out of your head right now. You're not missing nothing. What you should be doing is building, saving, and I'm going to be honest, I'm going to say investing, right? Now, a lot of people say that they are trying to get rid of money and everything's supposed to be digital. They want to go over to cryptocurrency, right? So you could get that. I don't know if that's they want to go over to cryptocurrency. And if they do that, and if they really take away the dollar, then we're really in a lot of trouble, because if they do that, then anytime if we go food shopping and we don't have the cash and they say, nah, we're not allowing you to get access to food at all, and they scan whatever they want us to scan. I call it the microchip, but we ain't gonna get into that right now. But whatever they want us to scan, then what? Then what? Call her, please hold. Then what? So at the end of the day, when we talk about that and when we think about that, don't be sitting out here trying to keep up with the Joneses. It don't matter what everybody else is doing. Please, certain things that people think is fun. You're in the club, popping bottles, buying out the bar.
Especially for your friends.
Yeah, just to impress a whole bunch of people. Y'all ain't even really having fun anyway. You acting like you're having fun, but you bored. I can tell y'all look corny as hell. Let's bring on the caller real quick.
Yeah.
What's
Lotto?
Oh, what's good, Lotto? How you doing tonight?
Chilling. Yeah, I just wanted to say, middle class, like sometimes you can't put a price on things, because some people live like they rich and they in the hood and they got money because they don't live above their means.
Harlem.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
What you mean Harlem?
That's how Harlem be living.
He wildin'.
I'm joking. It's a borrowed thing.
Nah, but yeah, it's like, it's just like, you can live like you're rich.
Mm-hmm.
Like some people feel like they're rich, and they just got a regular job, but they just don't put so much expense on it.
That's a fact.
Or they don't just throw their money, like you said, going to strip clubs and just throwing your money away and giving it away, tricking it. And some people save all their life. Some people worked and saved, and they just live a good life, and they're just happy, with the stuff they got. And they're not trying to have, they're not trying to buy a plane or a mansion.
There you go. I'm glad you said that, Lotto, because I was on the other day. I don't know if I did it. I was talking on one of my social media posts, but one of the things that I had brought up was like, people be shaming people for certain things, like entrepreneurship. And I was just saying, like, if you got a job, be happy with that. If it's supporting your lifestyle and you're comfortable in that lifestyle, then that's all that matters. So when you talk about living above people living above their means, I think that's very important, because listen, it doesn't matter really where you at. A lot of times people think they got to leave the hood and that's when they made it. You could still be in the hood and still live really good, because it doesn't matter where you are,
I know a rapper, a famous rapper,
mm-hmm.
a real famous rapper that was living in where's that at in Long Island? Where's the Hamptons? The Hamptons.
Okay.
And he couldn't pay his rent. you know what I'm saying? Or his mortgage or whatever he had, but he was calling around asking for money.
Damn.
And
See,
from people in the hood because he couldn't keep up. You know what I'm saying?
that's that, and that's what I'm saying. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You live in that lifestyle, but it looks good, but you're really struggling like everybody else unless what you should be back in the hood. You know what I'm saying? You should have a little nice house in the hood.
So he was living that lifestyle for somebody else, to look good for somebody else.
For the hood.
Yep.
Exactly.
And asking the hood to take care of him.
Exactly.
Get the fuck out of here.
I didn't want to say the rapper's name because you know what I'm saying, I'm cool with him, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, give us the first letter. Let us figure this shit out on our own.
Look, I'm gonna say it's somebody from Queens, all right?
Oh shit. Okay. All right. Well, it's a lot of rappers from Queens, so listen, we'll be here all day trying to figure it out.
Nah, but it was shocking to me, and that's when in the same rapper, this is the advice he gave us to get in the game. He said, "Yo, you just gotta go to the club, rent a Ghost, and throw out 100,000." This is
no
the
way.
To get on
A ghost?
The car.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Shit.
Yo,
and this was years ago, because you know what I mean. That's what he sees. That's what he sees. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's what he sees other people do. But those are dudes out of state or somewhere that's hustling and getting that BMF type money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Facts.
I'm not getting that BMF type money. I don't want that kind of attention on me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
Anybody can get that kind of money if you're willing to sacrifice. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. Yeah.
Anybody, but would you get caught or killed before you make it there, or when you get there, will you get caught or killed? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
If you're gonna hustle, you gotta be under the radar. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of hustlers I know from way back that didn't get caught, that stayed under the radar, that stayed dressing like bums, that still hustle to this day.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I know
That's truth though.
Yeah, I know a handful of them.
Listen.
So, and I bet you they living like kings.
I bet so.
Yeah.
Tanya said they got GoFundMe's. That's how they level up. They put the GoFundMe out.
Yo, Lotto, but you ain't bullshitting though, because I knew drug dealers that wore the same clothes every day but had mad bread.
Exactly. And those are the ones that's still out here that didn't promote it, that didn't floss.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because everybody looks past them. The police, everybody. That's how freeway Ricky Ross was. He was dressed like a bum. They thought he was the Fiend.
I can't take it. He said, yo, so basically, yo, you want to stay middle class, you got to have a crackhead wardrobe.
you know what Blue Freeway was the people around him. The people around him was flashy. He was the bum. When they found out it was him, they're like, oh, that's the guy.
Wow.
We thought he just cooked it up for y'all.
Damn, that's crazy. Nah, but I feel you made some really good points. Real quick before you get up out of here, tell people when you dropping your joint, the Black Ball joint.
The Black. I don't even know. Cause listen, I was listening to you. You were telling me don't drop too many songs at once, so split it out. I got a few joints, but I just don't know. It's gonna be before the summer though.
Oh, okay.
But let me just plug the podcast I got.
Yep, go ahead.
No Name Podcast. We just shot last week, you know what I'm saying? And we in the process of we just putting out clips. We ain't doing nothing live yet. We're doing it everybody in house, and then we putting out clips, and then after we build up a little steam, we're gonna start going live.
So it's called No Name?
Yeah.
Yeah. When he told me that, I was cracking up.
Ray, we was trying to think of a name. We kept naming it. Every name was taken. So we said No Name. Well, let's just name it No Name.
That's catchy though, because it'll have people confused and looking for it.
Yeah, like yo, the party ain't got no name. They like that's what it is, boy. But we definitely gonna be looking out for that. Yeah, it looked like y'all had a whole vibe going on there. I can't wait to see it.
Oh, it's crazy now. Gotta get y'all on the show.
Listen, we gonna pull up. You let us know we coming to the show. Shit, what you talking about?
Hey, look, and I gotta come on your show with my shorty I talked to for the marriage show.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, listen, we gonna make it all happen.
You and Ray got to give her some good advice on how to keep me.
How to keep you? We go.
Yeah,
you getting us off the topic.
She might be mad with me. your relationship be over. She listening to me.
I can't take it. I looked up and seen some shit now through my.
Because I'm telling you now, some of the stuff I'm saying, women gonna be pissed off with me. He ain't shit.
But that's why it's imperfect marriage. Can we get back to the topic, please?
All right.
I'm sorry, y'all. Now, y'all. Good show, yo.
All right, thank you. Appreciate you, Lotto.
Later, yo.
All right, y'all. So listen, that was Lot Picasso. Make sure y'all look out for the No Name podcast coming soon. He's going to be dropping some clips so y'all can check that out. All right. So back to the topic. Middle class being wiped out. So we're talking about the different mindsets and if they are wiping you out, what side are you going to fall on it? And also, do you even think you're being wiped out? Because some people might say, this is the time for entrepreneurs and people are doing great and this and that. And then you got others that might say, I'm struggling even more than ever before. So what side do you think, where do you stand? And what side do you think that you will fall on if you are middle class, right? So let's talk about, we talked a little bit about the poor mindset. Well, a wealthy mindset, in my opinion, would be, and we kind of touched on it a little bit with the poor mindset, but a wealthy mindset we already spoke of. Don't be out here spending your money like crazy. Don't be afraid to invest when you see things are low because it's on sale.
Yeah, because we had this conversation now. Investing when depending on, especially when you're looking at the numbers for middle class, you got to figure out where you can invest and how much and how, because sometimes it's not that easy to just say, hey, let me take some of this and invest it when you may not even have, when you barely making it already. Because sometimes the middle classes, we might call it the middle class because they're making a little more money than the poor, but some of them are still living check to check.
Okay. Well, yeah. So here's my thing. When you talk about living check to check, and this is to go back to it, you were saying like, the people might not have money. Let me tell you why I disagree with that statement. All right. So people don't get mad, but I got to keep it all the way real. If you got money for weed, if you got money to drink, if you have money to go out, if you have money to constantly be eating out, if you got money to buy clothes, I don't care if you getting from freaking the Gucci store to Joyce Leslie's, it all costs money. If you got money to buy shoes, if you got money to be buying, constantly the hookahs and all of that stuff. If you got money for those things, then let me tell you something. You do have money. You do have money that you could put in other places. And in my opinion, this is not me giving financial advice, but I'm going to say this. You got to put your money in. We were taught that to save is everything. And honestly, now I've learned that that's not true. You should save, don't get me wrong, but you got investing your money in a place where your money grows is more important than saving. When you have money and it's sitting in the bank, your money's not working for you. It's just sitting there in the bank and it's not producing more money. Most people who are wealthy, they learn to not hold on to money and to place that money in a place where it's going to grow on its own in a sense. And that's how they make passive income. And then when they make money from that, and I forget what it's called, the word right now, but they take that extra money, is it compound interest? Well, that's one of them. It's just making money on top of your money, right? And then you take that money and then you invest it into something else. And this is how people that are wealthy continue to build. So instead of being afraid, what you got to do is change your mindset from the poor mindset to the wealthy mindset. Put your money in the right places and make your money work for you.
I'm gonna say this because I don't disagree with you, right? Mm-hmm. But you got to be careful with investment because you got to make sure that you can afford to lose it, because investment is not always mean you guaranteed you're going to make money back. But you also, and this is my opinion, if you want, before you invest, the reason I say save is make sure you have enough money to cover you, to cover your bills if you lose your job or something like that. Because if you say, hey, just keep investing your money, then it happens if you lose your job, then how do you get that? You're not getting that money back fast enough to keep up with your bills.
Right. I do agree with that. But see, here is how this works, right? So in a sense, There's tell mama. I was just that's funny.
Yeah.
Tell mama I was typing that and then he put it up there, dividends, right? So you have to learn how to diversify in your investments. So here's a thing. When we first learned about Bitcoin, before Bitcoin was big, we put a lot of money in Bitcoin. I lost $10,000 in 1 week in Bitcoin because we did, I think it was called BitConnect or something. We transferred our cryptocurrency money into another place, and that other place was like a Bernie Madoff type of spot, and we lost. If you've seen them people on the news, that was one of us who ended up losing our money. Now, it was very stressful because we're not rich, you know what I mean? So to lose that type of money within 2 weeks I was sick to my stomach, but I realized it was nothing that I can do. But the problem and the mistake that I did, it doesn't make me, let me back up. It don't make me afraid to invest or to invest in cryptocurrency. I'm not afraid of that. One thing that I understand about the stock market is it's going to go up or down. You could gain or you could lose. It's money. You, like Ray said, you put it where you could lose it, where you know it's a possibility. But if you diversify and you don't have all your money in one place, if this goes down, maybe this might be up and this might be up. One of the things that I learned by listening to Dr. Claude Anderson, the book of the Powernomics, he said that I'm very much into real estate, right? I love real estate. I love real estate before I love rap. All right. So, and I'm just being honest, and I love rap and I love music, but I love real estate. So when I was reading his book or listening to him, I forgot where I learned that. But anyway, what he said was, if you want to invest in real estate and you don't want to have the responsibility of taking care of the property and you're the person that's responsible for everything, instead of owning 100% of something, what you can do is you can invest in 10 different places and 10% of each one. So when you got 10%, so 10 different 10%, 10 times 10 is...
Oh, you told me. I'm sold out 100.
Okay.
I'm looking over this. You know?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
10 times. If you got 10 different, let's say you out of 100%, you invested and break it down 10 times. So you take 10% and you invest here and here. Mm-hmm. So you can still have 100% of something, but you got 10% in each one. And as you gain money from all of those, that profit adds up. But the beautiful thing about it is you're not responsible. The person who owns 90% is the one that's being called if the roof is messed up, if something happened, if there's a leak, if something's wrong with the toilet or whatever. That person is responsible because they own more of the percentage. So you can still own things and divvy it up. So when we talk about investments, right, we're talking about things that you can do, putting your money in places, diversifying your money so that if there's a loss somewhere, you don't lose everywhere. So when I speak of investments, that's how I'm talking about it. I am not saying take all your money and put it in one spot and then gamble. This ain't the freaking where they go to gamble.
Casinos?
Yeah, but what's the name of the spot? Everybody go in Jersey?
Resort?
No, what's the...
Atlantic City.
Yeah, Atlantic City. I couldn't think.
Vegas.
Hey, look, put it all on black. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's kind of what we did.
We did that with the Bitcoin. We put it all. Because what happened is I invested in so much different cryptocurrency, and I don't even know where it's at. Yeah. Once I lost my money, I think I just gave up on everything. I could probably be rich somewhere.
We could be. I know one of them we are is making big money now. We can't find that.
I don't even know where it's at, but I ain't even stressing it. Like, it is what it is. If I find it, I find it. If I don't, the hell with it. You know?
Yeah, because one of them you bought, it was like a few pennies for it, and it's now worth like a few $1,000s.
Listen, if that's the case, then I need to
looking for that
look,
shit.
let me withdraw what I just said, and we need to go find that. I think he exaggerating on a few $1,000s.
What is it called? I forgot the name of it. But
okay.
Yeah, it was one of them. I think now is worth a few thousand.
Hey, what's up, Sherry? Thank you for checking in. So yeah, let's read Tell Mama's comment, and then she said,
personally, I like annuities.
Yes. Okay. So that's cool too. You know, whatever you guys like, annuities is cool. If however you choose to do it. But all I'm saying is this: don't. We have to figure something out here. Okay. We have to figure something out. So when we're talking about the issue, also we're talking about Lotto actually called, but this was on my list to talk about rappers promoting. Okay, promoting looking rich but really being broke. All right. We got to stop doing that. We have to stop doing that just to make other people think that they're rich. They're promoting fake riches. This is not cool to do. I am sorry.
And that's, I mean, honestly, that's a detriment to anybody, the poor and middle class, because everybody tries to live up to their standard, and they're not even living that standard.
They're not. Listen, you heard what Lotto just said. He said they talking about you got to do this, and I'm sure they got all the street cred. Everybody probably, they doing it big, and then they going home and sleeping on the floor on a pissy. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I'm just saying on a pissy mattress on the floor, no food in there, and all of this stuff. And when they come out, they got the best car, and then they looking down on you, telling you ain't shit. See that mindset? That's what I'm talking about. It needs to change.
It's not only rappers though, because you got these girls in the bottle girls that be promoting that same bullshit.
Rappers come in men and females though. So
right. But I'm saying there's other things. It's, people nowadays, they're not only looking up to the rappers. They got these girls running around with getting their fake butts and all of that, saying all of that other stuff, and they broke too. They going home to an empty apartment with their TV sitting on a suitcase.
Absolutely. Well, listen, look, you got a lot of girls who do that, and everybody. Look, we could get into all of that.
Yeah,
I'm not even gonna get into that.
But my thing is saying just don't follow those people either, because we all look at other people's lives and we think that should be me. Right? Yeah,
Okay. All right. So my thing is, at the end of the day, you should not, to respond to you, I got thrown off real quick. You're saying rappers, but when I said rappers, my thing is rappers, male, female, it doesn't really matter. Mm-hmm. They're both, it could be either or. This is not, when we talk about this, like the guy or whoever doing that, I'm not really talking about a sex. I'm talking about just an individual who has a certain type of characteristic about them that they are displaying in neighborhoods where people, probably majority other people, are working class people just trying to get by and survive. And when they put this type of thing out there where they're trying to promote something that they don't have, living above their means, then other people feel like they're less than. And that's how they want you to feel. They want to come through and make you feel like you're less than, like you don't have what they got. So you're supposed to feel bad about yourself. And when you play on people's emotions and you play on people's conscience and their self-love, then that starts to impact how they start acting. And if they believe what they see from other people, it affects them. And then they now too are trying to keep up with the Joneses. And then now you got a bunch of people living outside their means. This is a part of why the middle class will turn into the poor if they don't change their mindset. What was you going to say?
Well, I was going to answer, Sherry asked what was the topic about, and it's does the middle class still exist?
Does the middle class still exist, Sherry? This is one of the things that, we spoke about a few things. Right now, we're talking about the issues. We're going to talk about some solutions after this. So, I think that the middle class exists, but we're hanging on by a thread. What you think?
I don't think we're hanging on by a thread, but I will say that it still exists, but we got to also look at there are going to be changes that be made, financial changes that pretty soon is going to affect everybody, especially when you start looking at these banks, and people got to be ready for the fall.
Okay. Well, the banks is already falling. So somebody said to me, hey, because listen, I ain't rich, so somebody said, hey, take your money out the bank. I was like, what is the cap at? $250? I ain't got $250 in there. I ain't even worried about it. I know I'm gonna get my little bit of money. Give me my $50. Give me my $50.
I'm gonna say why I think the middle class still exists, because you still have, when you look at the medium range, right? Anywhere from, especially for a single person, at $33,000 is considered middle class. That's kind of like, not for nothing, McDonald's is paying that now, Right. So the middle class still exists, because as long as if that's going to be the median range, the middle fast food restaurants, supermarkets, those really aren't going anywhere.
Well, I mean, maybe not. Who knows?
The middle class that'll lose are the small business owners.
Okay. All right. Hey, we're going to find out, though. We definitely going to find out because it's coming, okay? And if you ask me, I think it started with COVID. I think COVID was a big old test to see how they could keep people in their house, what they could do, how they control us, what they can do and keep us in the house so that we can't see a damn thing that they was working on out there. And now that they got that done and whatever else they was trying to push, even though I know this ain't about that, but I'm just saying, listen, it's coming and it was written. And when I ain't just talking about the Bible either, even though that part was in there, it was written in other books where people exposed that this was the agenda. That book, Behold the Pale Horse, it talks about all of that in here too. I read that book when I was like 17 years old. So I was very well aware of what's to come. I knew about these microchips way back then, so this ain't nothing new.
They ain't putting microchips in us no more.
Well, I don't know if they're doing that. I can't really say that they are.
We're willing to carry it.
Yeah, I get that, but I don't know if they're not doing it, though. I can't really say that what they're doing and what they're not doing. You know what I mean? However they do it, that's how they do it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you think they're not, I feel you. Explain.
The microchip that they initially wanted to put in us, we are willingly carrying. Name one person. Our kids are now walking around with the biggest microchip ever. They could track you. Even if you cut your telephone off, they know where you're at.
So it's the phones.
Yeah, you ain't got to add nothing to your body no more. You added it, and willingly, and paying for it.
Yeah, that's true. Because I know I can't leave out. I can't go nowhere. I'm telling you right now, ain't no way I can leave out without my phone. So they got me. They got me. I'm trying to tell you now. They didn't got me. What was I going to say? Another thing, listen. So I was going to say black people, but it ain't just black people. It's anybody, but I am talking to black people. Sometimes, especially us, African Americans might think that this is the only place. America is not the only place. So there's other places and other economies too, besides the American dollar. So when we look at what's going on here, it doesn't mean that this is the end all be all. Maybe for us if we live here, but that doesn't mean that there's not other options for us outside of this country. And black people have to stop thinking that this is it. And I hate to say this or go to that point, but, being descendants of slaves being taken away from their land or whatever and being brought here and separated and all the things that happen. And now like thinking that this is it. Nah, we came from somewhere else. I'm not saying that some wasn't here because I know people argue that. Well, we were here first. So listen, however the case may be, we know that we're descendants of slaves as well too, right? So at the end of the day, people came from all over. Christopher Columbus came on a damn boat. All right. So a lot of people came from different places. So America is not the only place. So we have to get out of thinking that this is it. And if everything claps here, that this is the end of the world. This is not the end of the world. This is a part of the world, but not the end of it.
I don't disagree.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying, there are places like Ghana.
Yeah, a whole lot of other places. Yeah. Yes. So I agree. And I heard it's looking real good. Haven't been there. Do hope to visit and go out there and, but listen, haven't been there yet, but there's a lot of beautiful places. I've only been out the country a few times, and it was beautiful. I'm gonna keep it real. Do I think that, listen, I like America too. So I'm not going to act like America's a horrible place. It's not, so yeah, there's horrible things that go on here. It's horrible things that go on in other places too. But that's why, that's why a lot of people want to come here. If y'all want to call in, again, that phone line is open. You can call in. That number is 845-800-9095. And today we are talking about if the middle class still exists. All right. We want to know what y'all think. Listen, just to remind y'all, if you haven't already, interact with us. Make sure you hit that like button wherever you're watching us from. Hit that like button. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't done that already. And to support us, you can hit that share button. And another way you can support us is by donating to us by our Cash App. And that Cash App is $Lady Miz. $Lady Miz. LADIMIZ. You could go to your Cash App right now and you could donate something to our show to support us on our show.
The laughing Lotto.
Uh-huh.
He said, your ass ain't going to no Ghana.
You don't know where I'm going. Be quiet, Lotto. Okay? All
Tanya
right.
said Costa Rica. That's true because I got a friend
Rica.
who bought a property in Costa Rica. He said the tax on it is what he paid in the bar.
Listen, I'm trying to, my daughter just asked to go to Costa Rica for her birthday, but it's like so many of us. I'm like, this is just way too much money to put out to go to a trip. But I think we're going to definitely have to book that to go on there for sure.
Yeah, I think we should go somewhere, like in Africa.
Right. Yes. So the other thing that I want to talk about, and we're about to get into the solution in a couple minutes. Change your mindset when it comes to money. A lot of times people talk about money is the root of all evil, the rule of all evil. However you say it, rather you say the rule or the root, people say different things. Okay. It's like shrimp and scrimp. All right. I don't know how you talk, but whatever it is. So money is not the root of all evil. Change your mindset about that. That is a horrible statement and it does not work for the law of attraction. So you have to change the way you look at money. Money is an energy, right? In a sense. And really technically it's a piece of paper that we use to exchange things. And this is why I'm gonna get into that when I talk about the solution, why we have to understand that money comes and money go. We do need it to survive. All right. And it's okay to like money. You don't want to talk bad about money. You don't want to talk, because if you put all of that out there, then what do you think you're going to get back? And I know y'all listen to me talk. And if y'all follow me on social media, I talk about the law of attraction a lot. The law of attraction is real. I'm going to tell you, there's been times when I woke up and said certain words like this is because I was feeling a certain way and I felt like things wasn't coming to me the way I wanted. And this is going to be a beautiful day. Today, I'm going to be successful. Today, I'm going to have this. Money's going to flow to me. I don't need money. Money needs me. Because technically, it's the truth. Because at the end of the day, money's sitting there. But until I touch it and until I use it, it's nothing. I am the one that is something behind the money, right? So when you start changing how you feel, when you wake up or when you go through the day, your words, watch what you say. Don't be saying things like that money is the root of all evil. No, it's not. So I don't know which one of our great-great-grandparents or whoever started that and made us think that. We got to get out of that mindset. It ain't true. It's not true. Where did that
come from?
I don't know.
Shit, money's all good to me. It ain't evil to me.
Not me either. Not me either. And last but not least on this problem, and now we get into the solutions, unless you have something else that you want to add. No? Okay. Competition, we did speak about that with others. This is a big problem for a lot of people. And even though we spoke about it, and I'm just going to briefly touch on it again. Listen, do not allow people to make you get in the poorhouse just because they're trying to be competitive. Most of the time, people are in competition with somebody and they got a different walk than you. They got a different path than you do, okay? I don't never get up worried, oh, this person's doing this. You see these people, they posting all this stuff on social media. I don't never get upset. I don't get angry because I know what I'm striving for. And they probably going in a whole direction and where I'm supposed to be is over here. Now, if I lose focus and start following them, then I lose my money, I lose my time, and I'm somewhere where I ain't even happy. That's why you got people unhappy in certain areas that they're in because they too busy trying to keep up with somebody else, trying to outdo somebody else, trying to one up somebody else, right? When you do that, you put yourself in a certain predicament where now everything that you do is based off of what that other person is doing. Right? So you don't want to do that. Don't worry about what nobody else is doing because you're going to end up spending money that you don't want when you could have took that same dollar and invested somewhere or did what you really wanted to do with it. So this is what I'm going to tell y'all right now. Ask yourself this question. When you make a decision, is that decision that you are making getting you closer or further away from your goal? That's how you got to think when you move every single day. This is what I teach when I coach people. All right. When I'm coaching someone, when I'm teaching someone, yes, I am a coach, right? Hard body with it though. Don't come over here with you looking for, oh baby, no, nah, I'm gully all day. All right. And I will light it up under you to get you going. Okay, but I'm telling you, right? Because listen, people probably say you talk like that as a coach. Yeah, you know why? Because there's somebody out there that might need my services that needs somebody like me to talk the way I talk, right? Because everybody don't talk the same. Somebody think that you got to be so, I have to talk like this and be professional. They being fake. That's not who I am. When you see me talking like this is who I am. So when you hire me as a coach and you hire me to achieve your goal or to get you going what you need to do, that's how you're going to get it. People from the hood, people from areas that I'm from, they're going to understand my language. So I know how to talk to people in a way that they're going to understand because I talk just like them. And it doesn't mean, and that's another thing, people think that people in the hood ain't smart. Most people in the hood is probably the most smartest people that you'll ever meet because they know how to make it happen. I'm not glorifying drug dealers, but let's think about it. If they know how to do that, they know how to count weight, they know how to measure, they know all of that stuff. Listen, they could run a whole business. Okay, survival of the fittest. Stop playing. Let's go. Where we at?
I'm gonna comment on you saying when people looking at social media. I mean, sometimes when I look at the people on social media, I be like, man, you lucky I'm not in a place like I used to be. Because all that does is make people understand, really, this is where I need to go when times get hard. That's why I be like, don't show shit on the internet. Nobody really know how much you're making or what you got. Because when there's no food, I always said, when there's no food, the hungry know where to go to eat.
Absolutely. You know what? You're right. It's a shame because sometimes you want to show things and do things and stuff like that, but not show to show off. You might want to show to inspire or show to teach, but somebody over there like Ray. If I get hungry, I know where I'm going. But that's not good. That's not good.
I would never do that. I'm just saying, but back in the day, things were different. I'm way too old for that now. But I'm saying, yes. But if you want to teach people to say, hey, you want to live a better life, nobody needs to see what you're making. There's nothing wrong with saying, hey, this is what I got.
Keep yourself secret.
But you don't have to show everything. And you got a lot of people who show everything on the internet.
Yeah, no, that's not good. Absolutely not. Big shout out to UNG Radio. He said, listen, guys, y'all can catch us on Twitter. So I don't know. I guess he
did. He put it on Twitter.
He put it on Twitter. Thank you, big homie Madman, aka Boucher, over there on UNG Radio Station on the West Coast. We appreciate you so much. And he has got us on Twitter. So y'all can catch us over there as well. Now, Sherry said it all depends on how you spend it. And Tanya said, it's what people do. I'm sorry.
It's what people do for money that make it bad.
Yeah, what people do for money. Absolutely. And with it. I agree with that. Lotto said, and they be flashing prop money, which is fake. And yeah, you're right, because I bought a lot of fake Amazon money for music videos. They look like real $100 bills with the gun that spread. I got all that stuff because I wanted to have a lot of props for videos. So yeah, you're right. They be faking with that money. And what Tanya say?
Tanya said the people that's really making it don't talk about it.
That's a whole fact. Most people are very silent, but some are not. So now we're gonna get into the solutions, y'all.
Mm-hmm. You're now tuned in to From the Ground Up Productions, broadcasting around the world.
Yes. You already know what it is. This is From the Ground Up Productions. If you are tuning in for the first time, make sure you follow us on all of our platforms. Hit that like button, share, and subscribe to all of our channels. If you want to help and donate us out here on the show, you can donate to $ Lady Miz to donate to us, or you could send us stars depending on where you're watching, and that also helps. So we're talking about now the solutions to people in the situation when it comes to the middle class. So first, we spoke about the bank, right? Mm-hmm. We spoke about the bank earlier, and guys, this is so amazing. Now, let me first tell y'all about my experience, and I'll try to be quick with it. I know I'm long-winded. Excuse me. Okay, but no, listen. Stop. So Ray be like, shut up already. But then you gotta talk.
Yeah, I gotta get a chance.
Oh shit. Now all right, go ahead. The show is yours.
Nah, I'm messing with you. Go ahead.
So here's the thing. I've been wanting to be a homeowner since I was young. And it's because I didn't have stability. And I always wanted the place to call my own. And I was like, I don't want nobody to have to tell me I got to leave out or I have to go, you know? So at the age of 19, I got approved for a loan. I did not move forward with this loan because I was told by other people, you're going to get that place and you're going to lose it. So I believed them. They put fear in me as a teenager, and I backed out of the deal that I could have got. And it was a condominium. It was a 1-bedroom condominium in Spring Valley, New York. I did not move forward with that at 19. And then I just stayed stuck where I was. Then eventually I got my own place. This was in Haverstraw, New York. I got my own place. I stayed there for 7 years. When I was there, I got a Section 8 voucher. This Section 8 voucher was helping me pay my rent. But I was not one, and this is not a shot at anybody. I'm just speaking. I wasn't one of those people who was like, oh, I'm just going to be happy with my Section 8 and don't do nothing at all. I used that as a stepping stone. So that Section 8 voucher, I first was going to let go of because I said, hey, I still want to buy my own house, right? So during that time, I said, all right, I got the Section 8. It's helping me with my rent, but I felt stagnated at that point, and I did not want to do that. I still had goals in mind. It was still in me. So I moved forward, and I went to go look for loans. I ended up finding a first-time home buyers program. I'm not even going to get into that whole story. It's a long story, but I found that. Took me a while. I got that first-time home buyers program. I got $10,000 of free money. I was about to let the Section 8 go because I was like, I don't need that no more. I'm ready to be a homeowner. And the lady, she was a white lady. She told me, no, don't let that voucher go. You can use that Section 8 voucher to actually make you qualify more when it comes to the bank. So that Section 8 voucher, what they'll do is they'll take that voucher and they will use it as income. So the Section 8 people will pay you as the landlord like you're your own tenant. And this works everywhere, just so you guys know, right? So this is a way to help people who think that, hey, I'm just in this position. You don't have to let them tell you that you can't make over this amount. Don't let this Section 8 voucher keep you stagnated. You use it to build and build up. You know, that's what I did when I had Section 8. Now, I ended up losing the Section 8. I'll tell y'all real quick because I really don't care. It's going to be in my book. I lost it because of my one of my ex-boyfriends. He was a drug dealer, okay? It was bus, drugs and guns, a lot of that stuff. And my address was a part of the thing. And in order for him not to go to jail, I had to say he lived in my house. It was a whole big thing. I'm just being honest. So they told me, you had him living in the house. You lost the voucher. Voucher was gone, right? So it's okay because I wasn't really getting that much from him anyway. But why is it important to keep it? Keep it because if you lose your job, they're going to pay the full amount. If I'm written out, I'm really only written out the people who got Section 8, right? So I'm just telling y'all, this is just me being honest and blunt about my past and my situation. Now, there are still programs out there right now that can help you. I found this on TikTok, which I thought was amazing, right? So let's see if we could put that www. Now wait. Hey. www. Let me make sure that's right. I got BACA. Hold on a second, please. Give me a second. Turn that music up while I look for this. Give me a second, guys. I apologize. I just want to make sure that I don't know if that was right, but I just want to make sure I'm telling y'all the right thing. You can bring that up. Yeah. I'm sorry. No, it's NACA. Okay, I knew it. I knew that wasn't right. Okay, you can bring it down.
Right.
Thank you. Okay, guys, so I am not being sponsored by this company at all. It's a bank. All right. I'm just putting this out there because I want to make sure that I'm helping, especially my viewers, our viewers, or the people who support us, and the people who y'all might know, right? Because it's each one teach one, we help each other. So NACA.com. This allegedly, and I ain't gonna say allegedly because I actually went and checked, so it is true. I went on their website, NACA.com. This is the bank where if you are a first-time home buyer, you can actually purchase a home with no money down, no closing costs. That's big, y'all. No money down, no closing costs. I think no lawyer fees or nothing.
That's about a $12,000 savings.
Yeah, more than $12,000.
Outside of the no money down.
Depending on where you are, the closing costs alone could be $10,000, depending on the taxes and stuff like that. So let me tell y'all something. That is very, very big. And guess what? This company accepts Section 8 vouchers, so you can actually use your Section 8 voucher and as a form of income, don't have to put no money down, don't have to pay for no closing costs, don't have to pay for the fees. Baby, don't let them take you from middle class and push you into the poor section. Go ahead, if you have Section 8 or if you're a first-time home buyer, take that information down. Matter of fact, if you talk to somebody, let them know you heard it here on From the Ground Up Productions, because we ain't getting paid for this sponsor. We just really want to help people, but we want to let y'all know because I think that this will be very helpful to people out there. And I believe this is all over the states. So I'm not sure. I believe it is. It's a bank. So definitely check that bank out. I am living proof that Section 8 vouchers work, okay? Because I had it in the past. So I just want to, again, we're talking solutions here. There's programs out there that people do not know about that can actually help you, all right? That can help you. Sometimes people think that they're in a position and they don't think there's no way out, or they think this is it. And I ain't never gonna be able to save up this amount of money to move, or this amount. You feel discouraged because of the money that you got to come out of pocket with. But guess what? It's programs like this that can help you. So I really hope that was helpful, right? Now what I want to talk about is the barter system, right? So you got the barter system. And a lot of us, I see people talking about it now. How long I've been talking about this?
Yeah.
I've been talking about this.
Time.
I've been talking about this for some years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Listen, the barter system. If they want to take away our money, listen, we got to still find out how we're going to get food, like food, shelter, and all of that stuff. You got to figure it out. But when we talk about services and stuff like that, listen to me closely. Barter. I got things that I want to do. I might not have the money to pay for these things. But if you got something that you know how to do and we can help each other out, let's do it. Let's make it happen. Each one teach one. We build and we help build each other up to get to where we got to go. The barter system is so important. So when we talk about saving our money, this is a way and this is a solution on how we can say, how can we make what we want work where we're not putting out money, but we save our money to get the food, to pay our bills, to do this. But how do we get to this point? Well, you got to start networking and finding people that say, hey, listen, well, I know how to shoot music videos and edit. And what do you know how to do? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. Right. Yeah, whatever you want to say, right? So, so how about you edit my stuff? I do this and it's a trade-off, right? So, let's use this barter system so we could start to kind of really save our money and then use that money where it's more needed at, okay? So that we could get to the point where now we can actually help other people. We got that extra money. We're in a position now where we could say, okay, I could now reach back and help this one or that one, right? So that's important too. That's one of the things that we got to do.
I would say this real quick on the barter system. It's always do your due diligence though, because it's just like anything else you work with. And then you be mad with us was you like, oh, y'all told me to barter. You got to be careful who you barter with.
Absolutely.
But it is a good system. It is a good system.
That's a fact. I agree 100%.
Yeah, I do it all the time. We do it. We have kind of like with me and my mom. She does stuff for me. I do stuff for her. We help each other.
He said my mom.
Yeah, I mean, this is on the top of my head. Yeah. I went to charge my mom's anyway, but it's like for instance, when she, shoveling her lawn, her driveway, it was like, hey, let's pay somebody to do it now, and I could go over there and my son do it. It's
right. So, Ma, I just want to address this before I move on to the next. She said money could be the root to lead to evil if you don't let it control you, right? And I mean, I agree with that, but I it's funny because I just spoke about this the other day. You know, money, it ain't the money. It's the person that's dealing with the money.
Mm-hmm.
See, money and don't have nothing to do with evil. If evil is in the person, that was already there. That money didn't do nothing. It exposed who they really was. That's what it did, you know, because sometimes people, they do things based off of what their options allow them to do. So, what's that story? I'm gonna tell y'all the story real quick. It's the oh shoot. I hear it all the time on Clubhouse at the law of attraction. So the guy says, no, it's a woman who's blind, right? And she has a husband. The husband loved her. And she said, honey, I'm sorry, they weren't married. Messed up the story. Let me backtrack. A woman was dating a guy and the guy loved the woman back, but the woman was blind. And the blind woman said, if I can only see you, I would marry you. You know, you would be my husband. I would marry you, because she seen, well, not really seen, but she knew how much this man really loved her, right? So one day the woman was able to see, somebody donated some eyes to her, and she finally got the eyes, and she was able to see the guy who loved her, and she left him. Right? I don't remember part of the story, but all I know, look, I don't know why. I don't know if it's because he wasn't appealing to her or whatever the case may be, but she ended up leaving him. And then later on, she got a note, and that note said, honey, just take care of my eyes. So he the one that donated his eyes to her, right? He gave her his eyes, but she, at that moment when she couldn't see, it was everything about him until she got what she wanted. See, that exposes true character in people.
I'm gonna save my comment for imperfect marriage.
Why don't you say it right now?
I'm messing.
Say it right now. No, say it.
Well, she did what women do.
Ooh.
She took advantage of them.
Oh, damn! That sounds like that sounds real. You think that women do that?
No, men do too.
I would never say that. That's just a one.
No, I'm not saying that, but for unfortunately, with women is y'all live off more of your emotions than logic. So she looked at him emotionally and was like, I'm out of here. She love don't mean shit. I see him now.
That's a damn shame.
That was an emotional.
Pray for him.
She made an emotional decision.
And you think men are not emotional?
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say they don't.
Yeah, you're right. Let's save that for the perfect marriage. All right. So we want to talk about wealth and health and we want to talk about solutions and what is wealth. So when we talk about these things, right, changing your mindset, as we spoke about before, understanding what is wealth to you. Okay. So wealth not everybody think it's always about the dollar bill, y'all, when it's not. Sometimes it's about your health, right? Because imagine, you know what? Let me see if I can remember this story. Let me see. Give me a minute.
Remember, while you think about it, while you're trying to remember, I'm going to talk about it, because the health thing, right?
Oh shit! But let me close my ears because I'm gonna get distracted. Go ahead.
I'm only saying this because you're right about health. Because when you're not healthy, it does cost a lot of money.
Right? No, go ahead. Yeah.
Like for instance, people who cancer. We've talked about with how much cancer destroys families and how much it destroys the wealth, or sickness destroys your wealth. Right.
That's true. That is very true. That's true. I was like, I got because when you get distracted and you lose your train of thought. I was like, but I know I did good though. I did good. I was able to divide it through. But no, I agree with you 100%. Hold on, because I think I lost it. Should have closed my ears. I should have did it. Wait. Okay. No. So the wealth. Oh my God, I had a good story to tell you.
Health, huh?
Yeah, it was wealth and health, and I forgot it. Maybe it'll come back to me.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, if it doesn't, maybe I'll tell it another time. So we talk about wealth, we talk about health, and we talk about, what is that and what does that mean? So we talk about happiness, right? So for some people might think that, it's all about money. That's why I was going with it, but this ain't what I was talking about. Money, the dollar bill, y'all, right? The dollar bill. It's not always about the dollar bill. It's about your health too. Your health is also very important. So you got to remember that. Keep that in mind. Your health is very, very important. And living You know what? I think it's coming back to me, y'all. I think it's coming back. Let me see if I could get it. I heard somebody say this. If you had a choice to get $1 million, but I might mess this whole shit up, but I'm gonna try it anyway. If you had a choice to have $1 million, right? Or but you weren't gonna live long. You could probably have it for a day and then you die. But you had a choice to live forever and live healthy, right? Which one would you choose? Or would you choose the life over the money, or would you choose the money over the life, right? And I'm not saying it's totally correct, but the point that the person was making was this. The person said, I'm gonna choose life, right? So that means that if you're gonna choose life over that money, then you need to live life, and that needs to be important to you, right? You need to be doing things to make sure that you have a good life, because life was important. You were picking that over the money, right? So yeah, I'm not saying it exactly how it was, how the person said it, and I'm mad that I can't say how they said it, but that was a great point, and that was I don't know if y'all get it. I tried to explain the best way I could, but the whole point was sometimes whatever you pick that you think is more important, you might not be working towards that. You might not be putting that to the forefront and making that at the top of the list, but you're choosing everything else, or you're choosing that money that's not that important. So choose wisely when you're making a decision. Understand what wealth really means to you, because wealth could also mean happiness, okay? It can mean just having shelter. There's somebody outside right now that's sleeping on the street. They couldn't care about having $1 million. They just want a place to stay. And that place to stay could be the most rundown place, a place that you probably wouldn't stay, but to them it's everything. And that's all they want and praying for at this moment. And when they get it, they're happy with it, right? Wealth can mean love, okay? Land, what is it to you? Understand what that is to you and work towards that. This is a part of the solution, right? Because again, don't be chasing somebody else's dream. Don't be in competition going down somebody else's path.
That's so miserable.
Yes.
That's a miserable life.
Absolutely. Because that will take away your wealth that you could be building for yourself. All right. So a few other things that I'm going to talk about is finding a skill that you can use, that you can get paid for. A lot of people sitting at home not knowing what to do, but there's something in you. Believe everybody on this earth got a purpose. There is something in you that you could be doing that you can make money off of. Wait. I ain't talking about getting on the corner and selling your head and stuff. But you could make money off of it. You know, we got to throw little jokes in there every now and then. We ain't trying to be too serious, but we got to be serious. But listen, I figured, now when I think about it, I said, I guess I can't really throw shade on these Instagram girls over there shaking their butt, even though I don't think it's cool. But they said, hey, I got to get mine one way or another. So, hey, I guess it is what it is.
It pays the bills.
If it works for you, but maybe block out. Don't let the kids see it. That's something I don't know. But anyway, yeah, do find something that works for you. Check it out. Trade school.
Yep.
We got away from that. And let me talk about that real quick for a little bit. Trade school is so important. See, remember back in the days, now I know some places still got it, but they took that out of a lot of the schools. You know why? Because when you're learning how to work with your hands and build and be a creator and be a producer instead of a consumer all the time, you know what you learn? You learn entrepreneurship and you know how to survive. But see, what happens is when they took that out the school and they started to now push just college, I ain't shitting on college, right? Did it only because it was free. I only went because it was free. All right. I'm just keeping it all the way real. But I'm just saying, when we glorify college that put most people in debt and actually steals the wealth from the families, they get that piece of paper and can't even find a job, okay? Can't even find a job to do what they went to school for. And then now they sitting there pissed off, or they do find it and realize they don't even want to do that. But now they got $60,000, $80,000 worth of student loan debt. And now they can't even do certain things like get a loan to buy a house or all these other things. See, this is where they trick people at. I'm not saying don't go to college. I'm saying, listen, Go to trade school if you could pick that first. All right. Look and see where you can go to trade school at. Look into schools like Umar Johnson School, or because his school, y'all think he don't have a school? He do.
Internships too.
Yes. Y'all think that Umar Johnson don't have a school? Yes, he does. See, I ain't never been the one to be like, he ain't got it. Where is that? I still believe in it. And there is a physical school now. Y'all could go look it up. But anyway, I'm just saying, overall, you could go to BOCES, you could do whatever. There's Job Corps. A lot of people forget about that. I used to be in Job Corps. Okay.
If you're up to 21, right? I think it's up to 21.
Yeah.
To 21.
Or 24. It might be 21 or 24, but y'all can look it up. I'm just saying the names. But you could go to Job Corps. Job Corps offers trades. You can actually stay there. They actually had some Job Corps where if you had kids, they have a section for parents to bring their kids and to stay. You get meals, you go to school for free, you leave with a trade. I went to 2 Job Corps. I did not succeed in them because when I went, my mindset was not right. I was still in the streets. I was still about that life. And I got kicked out of the first one. And that was in Oneonta. And then I went to Albany and I hated it. So I left. But I was doing trade. I was doing childcare. And I loved working with kids. And I was actually almost finished with my trade. And I ended up getting in trouble and getting kicked out. Y'all want to know about that? You could read my book, Broken and Healed, coming soon. Right? But that's where that was at. So Job Corps is another place where you can go trade, go for the trade school. We spoke about that. The same.
Yeah, saving. Yeah, we could touch on it real quick.
Again? Okay.
No. Yeah, well, just a little real quick. I was, when it comes to saving, and we touched on this already, if you can't afford to invest right away, save a little time. Miz touched on it already. If you smoking weed or drinking, sometimes we're not saying completely cut it out, but maybe take it down some. Maybe stop a blunt once a month or once a week or so and put it into savings,
Y'all can do it. I'm trying to tell you right now.
It's not that hard.
Yes. So some of the things that these are solutions, again, saving, but investing. And when you're investing, make sure you diversify when you invest. So if you do have any losses, you're not losing everything all at once. Knowing how to cook more. Get in that kitchen and cook. You do not have to eat out all the time. I understand sometimes you don't want to cook, but if you cook, you will be saving money. When you go out to eat, you got to drive there, you got to drive back. That's gas. When you eat there, you got to eat. You might not even be happy with the cook, and you don't even know what they're doing in the kitchen and how clean they are, etc. And then on top of that, when it comes to the cooking, you just throw me off. Hold on. Tips. When it comes to the cooking, tips. You got to give tips. All of these things add up. All right. All of these things add up. So when you're doing this and you're spending money, you have to realize and understand that when you cook at home, you do save money.
Now, I was going to say also, because, a lot of us need to teach our young boys that too, because a lot of our young boys and our young men growing up thinking that, hey, I need a woman in order to survive, to cook for me.
Yes.
Sometimes, there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm saying you should know how to cook. Every man should know how to cook for himself and take care of himself in some way.
Absolutely. I 100% agree with you. Right. And that's what we be trying to tell our son, because he don't want to cook. He actually be trying to wait on my daughter, his sister, like for the fun. I'm like, is you crazy? What you going to do? A wife want a husband that cook. Ain't nobody going to be sitting there trying to be waiting on you hand and foot like that. Especially in today's time, you better get in that kitchen and learn how to make your food. And he cooks sometime, I ain't gonna totally say he don't cook at all, but I mean, he could be cooking a little bit more.
And when he does, it's not bad.
No, it's not. So again, guys, stop living above your means. If you're out there, if anybody's out there doing that, please stop doing that. Again, there's programs out there, first time home buyer programs, like I told y'all, that NACA.com. Check that bank out. And know that they have options for you to purchase a home with no money down, no closing costs, and no fees. And you can use a Section 8 voucher if you have Section 8. So make sure you guys do that. Again, those are some of the solutions where we can help not be pushed into the lower class and try to hold on to that middle class. But again, start educating yourself on what middle class really means. Because middle class, which I believe that's the class we in, it ain't all gravy over here though. All right. It is not all gravy over here. So, guys, let me just remind y'all real quick before we get up out of here. We want to thank y'all so much for tuning in. Does the middle class still exist? I guess it does to a certain extent. But are they trying to wipe it out? Absolutely. But we're not going to let that steer us in the wrong direction. We can't let them create fear in us, and we have to have plans. We can't sit back and wait for them to tell us what we should be doing. We need to start figuring that out right now for ourselves. And some of the things that we touched on today and some of the things that y'all put in the comments was very helpful. And hopefully that you guys, this was helpful to somebody. And just want to remind y'all real quick, my book, Broken Then Healed, Unhealed Scars, will be coming out soon. And so look out for that. Re-edited, put out. And we're going to do a short film. Also, I want to remind y'all, we have the new podcast called The Imperfect, I'm Perfect Marriage, baby. With me and Ray, we're going to be discussing relationships. And we're going to be keeping it. Listen, we're imperfect. So that's what you're going to get, the real. We're going to give the best advice that we could get. But you got to understand it's coming from imperfect people. If you find somebody that is perfect, let us know.
Yeah, I like to meet
okay. Let us know. But it is what it is. Y'all know me. I don't really hold no punches. I keep it all the way real, gully all day, every day. That's what we do. Talk therapy is coming back. Talk therapy. Most of that you will find on Spotify, Apple, iHeartRadio. You'll be able to listen in. I will be doing a visual for that as well, too. That's going to be short segments, maybe 20, 30 minutes, but I'm going to be addressing some things. I want to get some psychologists and some therapists up on that thing with me as well, so we could talk about certain issues, because I have a lot of things that we need to talk about, things that we need to heal from. So look out for that. Can you put that back up there? Talk therapy will be coming back soon. That will be aired on Tuesdays. I'm keeping that. Talk Therapy Tuesdays. That's the triple T, TTT. Talk Therapy Tuesdays with Lady Miz. So look out for that coming back on the scene. We haven't yet put Hood Court back up there, but hopefully soon we will be doing that. I'm actually looking for others to join in on that show. Yeah, you can put it on there. Hood Court. A lot of people love Hood Court, man, because y'all know what it is. Y'all want some comic relief, and for us to get into it, definitely we will be most likely bringing that back soon. Don't forget, we got music out. We got Family Business, and that is a family album that's on all platforms. Y'all could check that out. I also have my song Riding, which is available on all platforms, and I have the remix Riding with me, La Picasso, and Click Tight with oh my God, Godson the Pharaoh. I don't know what's wrong with me with Godson the Pharaoh. So yeah, look out for that as well. And I never promote this, but I don't know why I don't do this. I think it's because he's not here, but I also released a joint with DJ Cisco. It was on DJC Radio Global Records, and that joint is called Wavy. So anybody, if you haven't heard that joint right there, that was a nice little old school vibe. You know what I mean? Big shout out to DJ Cisco, and RIP to DJ Cisco.
He made the beat, right? Yes,
DJ Cisco made the beat. That joint is called Wavy, and that's out also on all streaming platforms. I think we closing out. And what's your final word for the day?
I'll say this. When we talk about is the middle class, does it still exist? I believe it is, but if we're not careful on our next move, it won't. It will go away. So I would say, in my final words, among all the other things that we mentioned today, get involved in politics, because they control about a lot in the decisions that are being made that affects the middle class.
All right, we're gonna close it out like that. I don't need to say no more. Ray closed the show, y'all. That's what it is. We'll see y'all next week. We got Jackie, La Picasso, if you still here. Jackie's supposed to be on. Jackie wrote Thin Line Between Love and Hate and a whole lot of other stuff. Talk to her. Super excited to interview her. She is so down to earth. I love her vibe. I love her energy. So she should be on the show, I believe, next week. So tune in next week. We'll see y'all. We appreciate y'all so much, and I hope this was helpful. And that's it.
Peace.
We hope you enjoyed your time with From the Ground Up Productions.
We'll see you next time. Be sure to add our channel to your Roku list and listen to us on all streaming platforms.
From the ground up. From the ground up. There's only one way to go from here.